Hey, welcome back to the Make a Buck with a Truck podcast. It's your boy Big Mike right back at you, aka Eric Dotson. So that's why Miss Godwill knows me. So I have for you Miss Godwill Barungi. I promised you all her a long time ago. She's with American Income Life. Phenomenal lady. She helped me out a lot. You know, as an owner operator, we don't really have insurance. We don't have benefits. So you're going to learn a lot today about American Income Life. You're going to get an opportunity to be able to protect your family. So without further ado, Ms. Godwill Barungi. Hi, Ms. Godwill. How are you?
I'm good, Eric. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's good to see your face again.
Oh, good to see you too. Thanks for inviting me.
Yes, ma'am. So it's been a while. We've been trying to do this for a minute, right?
Yes, we have.
Yeah. So let me tell y'all how I met Ms. Barungi. So Ms. Godwill was at a truck stop and she helps service truckers with life insurance and with a small bit of a rider that I'm gonna allow her to talk to you all about. So when she said something to me about it, I realized that I needed life insurance. So I have a little VGLI, but it's not enough to sustain what I want to do, leave a legacy for my children. So Ms. Godwill help me out on that. So this is a product that I physically use, guys. You know what I'm saying? This is a product that I physically use. And if you listen to this and you choose to do this, I want you to send Ms. Godwill an email and put truck at the end of it. That way she'll know that you got the information from us in this interview. Okay. So without further ado, Ms. Godwill Barungi. Come on, Ms. Godwill, talk to her.
All right, Eric. Thank you so much once again. It's an opportunity to be on your podcast because I know you have millions of viewers and, truck drivers, non-truck drivers listening. But first and foremost, just like he already introduced me, my name is Godwill Barungi. I'm originally from Uganda. I moved to the US in 2000 for college. I had already graduated with a Bachelor's of Arts in Social Sciences. So when I first moved here, insurance wasn't on my mind. Even though I was a social worker, I knew that my service involved working with people and working with families. Okay. I took interest in the insurance business back in 2002. Why? Because I was always trying to find something that would draw me closer to really working one-on-one with families and protecting families, leaving a legacy and feeling like I impacted an individual family. Okay. How did I get to meet Eric first? So the insurance business, I'm with American Income Life, and the agency that I work for is Lloyd Business Services. So we mainly focus on protecting truck drivers, owner operators, company drivers, Uber drivers, everybody in the transportation industry, but our specialty is truck drivers. Why this market? Because we realize that truck drivers are the heart of the economy. And whoever does not know that is going to know it by the end of this podcast. Without truck drivers, we would not be able to have anything in our grocery stores. We would not be able to have anything in any markets. So we figured that, since this is an important business and these are individuals that really work hard for their families, they work hard to put food on the table for their families, they work hard to service the nation. So we got into this market because we realized there was a need for benefits. Okay. Even though people have, benefits through their jobs, some of them like company drivers, when they do leave their jobs, they lose most, if not all, the benefits. And that's where we come in to provide a legacy that goes on to be able to protect these individuals to make sure that they are fully covered. So one of the markets we work with is, truck stops. We focus on Flying J's, the Loves, all these truck stops. Why? Because we do understand that truck drivers are really busy. If we were to sit in an office and wait for them to come to us, we would make it harder for them and not be able to be competitive on the market because they are very busy. They don't have time. So the reason why we sign contracts with Flying J's is to be able to reach that truck driver, that owner operator that cannot that doesn't have time to come and sit in my office and listen to me. And that's how I met Eric on one of the truck stops when he was in and out of the truck stops to, to refuel. Okay, so just touching base on the company itself. American Income Life is the company that provides supplemental benefits for millions of families. Like I said, the transportation industry being the major focus. Okay, why this company in particular? The company has been in business for over 70 years, serving working families, union members, police officers, firemen, construction workers. They added the transportation industry, like I mentioned, because we realized that transportation industry, without it, you can't do anything. The economy cannot grow. So the benefits being provided to these individuals are not just about death. When people hear about life insurance, all that comes to mind is death. And this is not it. It's not all it is. The benefits we provide, they consist of, like I said, life insurance, but they also consist of products that are going to leave a legacy for families. They also consist of living benefits to protect you on a day-to-day basis for things that could happen while you do your job. For example, if I can just quote one of them being the income replacement. The income replacement, for example, is a product that puts money in your pocket. Should you ever be hurt and you're not able to work, you are able to pay bills so you can keep it, you can keep going. As we know, truck driving is a good profession, but it's also one of the most dangerous professions in America.
It's true.
So with that being said, so if you're injured and go to hospital, you get paid $3,500 a week. If you end up into intensive care unit, you get paid $7,000 a week. Emergency room alone is $250, and it doesn't matter how many times you go to that emergency room. Okay. American Income Life being the company that's unionized, the benefits are a little bit different because, if someone gets hurt for more than 6 months, you get a lifetime disability whereby your insurance doesn't stop. It keeps going for the rest of your life. The company will pick up that premium for the rest of your life. You never have to pay anything. Okay. Some of the unionized benefits are, if you lose a job for reasons beyond your control, your insurance does not stop. They give you a 3 months waiver so you can get back on your feet without losing your coverage. So as you can see, unionized benefits are meant to protect someone on a day-to-day basis for things that happen while you do your job. Okay.
Can I interrupt you for a second, Ms. Godwill? So if you listen to what she's saying, this is the closest thing that we have to having a union. We talk about truckers union, we talk about OIDA. So this is giving you a benefit just like the one with the duck. I can't really say it because they might be a competitor and I don't want a conflict of interest, but it's just like the same benefit that you have with the duck. So if you get sick and you have to go to the hospital, you're looking at $3,500 a week. That replaces your income. This continues to take care of your family. And she's going to go on, and when she gets to the death benefit, I'm going to tell you the part that I liked about it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ms. Godwill.
No, absolutely. And you are absolutely right, Eric. So again, you can have your existing coverage, like you said. I know truck drivers, owner operators, you have that organization, OIDA, that provides some sort of coverage. Any sort of insurance that we provide is meant to supplement what you have, not compete with it, but rather complement it. There's always gaps that exist in coverages for people who have military benefits. Some of those benefits are only good when you're actively in the military or active in the military. Some of those, when you retire and get into another sort of benefit package, the benefits go, they increase in cost with age. So again, the reason I bring that up is just so that people understand that even if you have coverage in place, what we provide, we look at the gaps that exist in the coverage that you have. So we are able to complement it so that, you can have that for a lifetime without any gaps in that coverage. Okay. So when it comes to the life insurance plan, like Eric said, the one thing that separates American Income Life from a lot of other companies, do you guys have an idea how long insurance companies are legally allowed to wait to pay out a benefit when somebody passes away. Their companies, insurance companies are legally allowed to wait up to 6 months if they chose to. But of course, we all know if something happens to a family member, when does that funeral director want the money? Immediately. Mm-hmm. So American Income Life has the freedom of choice, and it's only exclusive to them. Why do I mention this? Because this is an immediate payout. If you have multiple policies, whether you have $1 million policy or whatever amount it is, it's possible that an insurance company could take 6 months. But if you do have a policy on the side with this company, this is for final expense coverage to be able to provide that immediate payout. The policy pays within 3 to 5 business days. Your family will never have to wait or worry about when that money will come in to take care of the needs, because you're going to get a check right away. While you can wait on the other policies, now you have this one that's going to immediately cover that final expense coverage, which is very, very important. And it's the very reason why people will have multiple policies with other companies, but they get one with AIL simply because of that freedom of choice certificate.
That's good. That's exactly the point that I was going to bring up, Ms. Godwill. I mean, just the ability to know that my family don't have to wait or try to do a GoFundMe to try to bury me if something happens. Guys, she's telling you the truth. If you Google top 10 most dangerous jobs in the world, truck driving is number 8. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at 28.5 individuals out of a possible 100,000 that lose their life every year. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look at this thing. Hey, this is one of the most dangerous jobs. With top 10, crashes. This is according to OSHA. This is not just some random survey. This is an OSHA survey that I'm quoting. So, like she's telling you, one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Protect yourself. Protect your family. I'm sorry, Ms. Godwill, keep going.
No, absolutely. And I love what you're saying, Erica. Now it shows me that you are listening to the product that I presented to you. Eric is one of my favorite clients because when I did the presentation, he was all in. He understood the importance of the product, even though he already had some sort of coverage. He understood the importance of being able to add on to that legacy for himself and for his family. Because again, like I mentioned, what people really get misled on is they hear of life insurance as something that's just money to pay to the funeral home when you die. No, financial life insurance is also a financial tool. One of our biggest investors is actually Warren Buffett, because the American Income being a unionized company, they do stocks and things like that. And he's one of the biggest investors. A rich man like that would never invest in a company unless he really trusted what they do and what they stand for. Okay. So the reason I brought that up is just the reputation of the company. The types of product that we provide, they are also meant to leave a legacy. We provide whole life policies that you can use as a financial tool towards retirement, as they do have a cash value, which is considered to like a 401k. When you do pay your policy and you get to retire, you can take out that cash value, be able to invest it in annuities and stocks, be able to buy a truck. A lot of the owner operators, they like stuff like that. They like to be able to put their money where it's guaranteed to pay, because you know you will never lose that money. You can always pull out the money at the end of it, or after a certain period of time, invest it back into your business. If you're an owner operator, you can use it to buy another truck. You can use it towards truck repairs. If you're someone wanting to put a down payment on a house, that is the cash value that can help you. If you get to the age of retirement, you don't have to keep paying for that policy for the rest of your life. You can decide to just get a paid up option, because it's there too. A paid up option is a check the company writes to you, depending on how many years you've had that policy, and you're able to, your family is able to use that check. It's able to mature when you pass away. At the point that you decide you need a paid up option, you can stop paying for that insurance, and that check will pay eventually to your family. Some people take out the cash value option. You pay for the policy over the years. and you get to the point of retirement whereby you probably can't afford or you want to stop paying, you can get that money out, close the policy, keep it moving. So, people are misinformed about these kinds of products, but when you do understand how to use them and how they work, you will never lose money. More insurance is actually more money. Some people think that when you have a policy already in place, you can never get another policy, and that's wrong. You can get as many policies as you possibly can, as long as one policy complements what you already have. If you do have a term life insurance policy, it's very advisable to get a whole life policy. Why? Because that policy, that term life insurance, is going to expire once you turn age 70. Some of the term policies, they go up 75, but you want to get up to age 75, and then you're still alive, only to start looking for insurance when you are uninsurable at that point. Do not wait to get insurance when you're sick or when you have pre-existing conditions. People think that that's the time that you need to get these kinds of policies. That's wrong, because insurance is not a product that insurance companies want to insure people who are already sick. They want to be able to get healthy individuals, be able to lock your good health in now, so that even if you get any challenging health conditions in the future, the insurance company cannot look at those medical records once you're already locked in on a policy. So yeah. I encourage people to always get policies when you're younger and when you're healthy, because if you wait longer, you could become uninsurable.
That's real good. And I just want to kind of interject on that part too, Ms. Godwill, because guys, just to let you know, if you're looking at, okay, well, I can't afford a whole life policy right now. What I liked about it was it gave me the option to get a term life policy starting out and to switch it over later on to a whole life policy. I was like, yes, that'll work. See, because you might not feel like that you're healthy right now. You don't have to worry about it. I'll just get a term life policy. Well, you don't never know. You don't never know. And then people are living longer nowadays. Some people are living to see 99, 100 years old. So, that term policy is going to run out, but they give you an option to switch it over later on. You can start out with the lower payments now, build up your money, and then pay later on into your whole life policy. And that was just pivotal for my decision right there.
Eric, I love what you're saying right now, and you bring up a good point, because wow, you are really listening, because AIO's policies, are not if you, like he said, if you cannot afford a whole life right now, we do have policies. They're called 4-year renewable and convertible. All our policies are renewable and convertible. And the reason that I say that, sometimes you start off with, challenging issues. Maybe you just bought a truck, or maybe you're trying to get your life in order. Now, these policies are meant to really help to provide you protection in a period of time when you're in a transition of trying to get things situated. But what they are able to do is lock in your good health now, so that when you're ready to convert that policy to whole life, nobody can ask any medical questions, because your good health was already locked in when you got that term life renewable and convertible policy. So when all the things are already done, you already got some bills out of the way, kids already done with college. Now you come to me and say, hey, Godwill, I think I'm ready to really get a permanent policy for final expense coverage. And at that point, we go ahead and convert however much you want. If you have 100,000 of coverage and you just need only 20, I just come back and say, okay, he needs 20,000 of whole life, and we're able to convert it with no medical questions asked, whether someone has cancer or any challenging sickness. It doesn't matter, because we protected your health when you first got that policy. So at that point, that policy starts to build cash value, and the premiums will never change. It will stay level for the rest of your life, and then you'll be set. So there's always a policy for everybody. A lot of people say, well, I can't afford this. No, you can always afford the insurance. If you can buy a cup of coffee every day you sure can afford insurance, because some of these policies are, $10 a day, not a day, $2 a day, $3 a day, which you can really do. You can put aside to protect your family and yourself.
Yeah. And then she is so right. I mean, it's like a drop in the bucket for me. It's like a month I spend less on that than I do on my light bill. So I mean, it's just like, it's pivotal for me to be able to do this, because I got new grandbabies. So I'm like, yeah, I got to leave them something, I don't really want to get biblical, but a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children and his children's children. This is our opportunity to be able to leave a generational wealth and generational legacy for our children. I mean, some people have been doing it for years. I mean, the Rockefellers, they got rich, strictly off of them having a system and money. So this is a system for us to be able to leave something for our children. Ms. Godwill, you want to close us out?
Yes. And just to add on, I know we've been talking much more about life insurance. We also provide, health insurance through United Healthcare. For those who come to us needing health insurance policies, we are able to help you out. And just to summarize what I just said, all the products that we provide through AIL, you also get a no-cost benefits with every single package that we give you. What are no-cost benefits? It's it's a card that you're able to use to help you save money on things like dental, vision, chiropractic, doctor visits, MRI, CT scan. So on top of getting a policy with us, you also get those supplemental benefits to help you reduce on your out-of-pocket expenses. Because you could have a major insurance policy, health insurance policy, but there's still some gaps that exist in that coverage. So if you can use these supplemental benefits to help you on that copay, it's a bonus. You're already getting a life insurance policy, an income replacement policy, but then you also get these supplemental benefits that you can use on other things, as I mentioned, medical, vision, dental, all that good stuff. So yeah. So thank you so much, Eric, for giving me the platform to be able to educate your listeners. And I'm always available to jump on if anybody has a question. I'll be able to provide my contacts and how to reach me to Eric so he can pass that on.
Okay, so Ms. Godwill, if you don't mind, would you like to drop your email just to be able to state it, and I'll make sure it gets on the video so people will be able to see it. So sure. Can you their email? Mm-hmm. Well, they can't see the chat in the video.
Right. Oh, yeah, sure. So I'll be able to give you the email address.
Okay. All right. So she'll drop me the email. Just make sure that when you email her, said I'll have it. Just make sure you put truck at the end of it before you get with her. Okay. So just comment truck and then go in and let her know what you're looking for, the services that she can provide for you. But make sure you put truck in it. That way she'll know that you got it from this podcast. And we really appreciate you guys for listening up. Ms. Godwill, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And it's truly a blessing to be able to have someone like you to look out for my best interests when it comes to protecting my family. Hey, guys, y'all look out for Ms. Godwill. God bless you, love you, and make a buck with a truck.
Thank you.